Granted here again with another deck tech. This one's a bit different from my usual sort of builds. I've made a different take on Travis Woo's Brew of Black Tide, which involves the Crit Gas combos and all the swamps you can jam into a deck. I guess the basic point of it is either to just ramp into Grizzlebrand, ramp into a huge wolf run, or just extort people to death. But yeah, let's take a look at it and get straight down to it. We've got first of all 4 Crit Gas, which are obvious really. Just the way it's that's probably the most important card of the deck. Just being able to extort and ramp, just great. And then we have the way we make these really huge is we have 3 clone and another 4 copy outlets, which are 4 copies of Evil Twin. So yeah, these are pretty much ways just to usually help ramp, or just being able to extort more copies of these just makes it a really huge threat after about 2 or 3 copies every turn. The Evil Twins are probably a bit more relevant just because you'll be able to copy their stuff and have basically removal on a stick for them. Let's pack these up here. Travis Woo's Brew of it, I saw the one that I've seen was only blue or black, and it takes a lot of shocks and a lot of damage and no really early gameplay, so we've added 4 copies of Thragtusk just basically for the life gain. These work really well with the shapeshifters as well, because they still get the token when they die, and obviously the life gain is obviously really relevant. They also make for really huge beaters when paired with a Kessig Wolf Run. Main board, we've got 3 Grizzlebrand, which are probably our main win condition for the card advantage. It's just a huge beefy body and helps us gain back all of the life that we're using either shocking and another great Wolf Run target. For mana fixing, we've got 4 Chromatic Lantern. I'm thinking of switching some of these out with Simic Key Runes, just because the hexproof just means that the wolf runs are more relevant. They're great for popping off different copies of clone if we can't get the lanterns in there. More mana fixing, we have 4 Farseek. Just because all of our lands are swamps, we can always go and search for those, even if it's after an overgrown tomb, which we should be needing on turn 2. For a bit more card advantage, we've got 2 copies of Diabolic Revelation. It's quite common in this deck to be able to extort this for 5, pay the 5 mana and still search for 5 cards off 3 lands, so being able to pull this off is basically just set up your hand for the entire game, and it really helps you recover from things like Rakdos Return, which is a big threat at the moment. Bit more utility, we've got 4 copies of Heartless Summoning, just to make the Crit Ghasts easier to play. It makes the bodies a bit weaker, but when you're extorting so much with such low mana cost, it just seems to be able to draw itself. For removal, we've got 2 copies of Victim of Night, an Ultimate Price, and 2 Mutilate. The Mutilate really, it does screw us over a lot of the time. We only really want to be playing this against really heavy aggro, but if we can set up with a Diabolic Revelation beforehand, we can usually recover pretty much the turn after. The Ultimate Price and the Victim of Night are basically just your usual spot removal. And onto the mana base, we've got 4 Watery Graves, 4 Overgrown Tombs, and 4 Blood Crypts. So these are obviously all swamps, all be searched out with Farseek. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swaps. Just so all of these can be tapped for huge amounts of mana. And then we have the other main condition, which is 3 Kessicle fronts, which get absolutely huge with the Thragtusk combo. I'm playing around with the idea of using the rewinds like in the original build, but a lot of the time we're tapping up for huge wolf runs, so I don't think it's too bad. Pardon me. Sideboard, it's not quite complete yet, I'm still working around ideas with this, but it's pretty basic, so bear with me. Then we've got the 4th copy of Grizzlebrand in the side, just to bump it up to that extra 4 if we don't seem to be drawing well into it. A 3rd Mutilate, just in case of really heavy aggro. 3 Vampire Night Hawks, just nice early game creatures they could get things like Geist and have to stop blocking. We've got 3 Slaughter Games, just removing things like Geist to St. Traft and stuff that we can't really get off of the field without wrecking ourselves. 3 copies of Duress, again just stripping the deck and stripping the hand completely, always helps us early on. And 1 Olivia Voldaren, just because we can ping creatures really high and be able to steal them on like 2 land. It really helps. I'll probably be looking for more of these actually. And usually there is either Witchbane Orbs or Tormod's Crypts for the graveyard hate and the game playing slaughter games against us as well once they figure out to get rid of the Thragtusk. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think in the comments, or just leave any feedback and see what you think, guys. Thanks a lot.